Orioles fans out there might be pleased to hear that Oriole Park is gearing up for some major ballpark upgrades. Some of those plans approved by the Maryland Stadium Authority. The improvements are set to begin at the end of the season and are expected to be operational in 2026.
What if I told you that an $800 million renovation is about to take place at one of the most famous baseball stadiums in America? The stadium that revolutionized Major League Baseball, Oriole Park at Camden Yards, is undergoing a striking transformation. However, this goes beyond a simple overhaul. It's a whole new concept for what a ballpark can be. This idea is expected to transform sporting arenas in the future by creating new social experiences and an entertainment zone that extends beyond game day. Are you curious about the true prospects for 2026? Let's dissect everything. Oriole Park has served as a model for stadiums around the nation since it opened in 1992. It changed the idea of what a ballpark might feel like with its classic. Oriole Park has served as a model for stadiums around the nation since it opened in 1992. It changed the idea of what a ballpark might feel like with its classic charm and throwback style. The Orioles and the Maryland Stadium Authority, however, are prepared to go further right now, more than 30 years later. The 2026 refurbishment, which has been allocated $800 million, aims to provide an all-day, all-year attraction in the center of Baltimore. Your all-access ticket to the goals, strategies, and effects of this enormous project is this video. First of all, why must they renovate at this time? The timing is not arbitrary. The Orioles signed a new 30-year lease in December 2023, securing the team's spot at Camden Yards Oriole Park until 2053. The Maryland Stadium Authority provided $600 million in public monies as a result of that long-term commitment, which immediately changed the focus from normal maintenance to ambitious renovation. Stadiums all around the nation have begun to change over the last 10 years. People no longer go there only to watch a game. They have evolved into all-day destinations that include elements of a social hangout, sports stadium, and entertainment center. The Orioles noticed. They understood that modern fans had more expectations than a scoreboard and comfortable seats. Before the first pitch, they want something to discover, and after the last out, they want something to savor. Camden Yards had an advantage already, since in the 1990s, its architecture was groundbreaking. However, the purpose of this refurbishment is to make it future-proof. This entails coming up with fresh excuses to visit downtown, even on days when baseball isn't played. So now that the Orioles have the green light, what exactly does $800 million buy? First, let's talk about the financial arrangement. The long-term leasing arrangement opens the door to state-issued bonds, which provide the majority of the $600 million. That is public funds that have been set up expressly for stadium renovation. It is anticipated that the remaining $200 million would come from private sources, such as possible development agreements and business alliances connected to the bigger picture beyond the stadium. The goal of the project is to preserve Camden Yards' historic heritage while transforming it into a stadium of the future. The outfield receives a lot of attention, with rooftop bars overlooking the action, standing terraces around the field, and adaptable social areas where supporters can move about, observe, and interact without being seated. It's being totally redesigned. The stadium is transformed into an area that begs for exploration thanks to this arrangement, which promotes mobility and interaction. However, the change doesn't end at the outfield. Around the stadium, a brand new entertainment district will emerge, complete with retail stores, local restaurants, live music venues, and open-air meeting spots even during non-game hours. Inside the park, additional covered sitting spaces will be installed to enhance comfort, fan zones will be updated, and luxury suites will be enlarged. Modern media and broadcast facilities, designed to facilitate future digital advancements and nationwide coverage, are also part of the redevelopment. Let's walk through what's actually changing inside Oriole Park. The iconic features, the skyline vista, the red brick warehouse, and the traditional ballpark layout will not change. They contribute to the park's charm. Almost everything else, however, is being improved. The seating is becoming more adaptable. Throughout the game, spectators will have the option to choose between standing areas, lounges, and conventional seats. This independence fosters a more laid-back, sociable environment that satisfies the demands of the modern audience. With better service, more room, and simpler access, premium suites are undergoing a comprehensive modernization. The Orioles are making significant behind-the-scenes investments in the meantime. Modern training facilities, refurbished locker rooms, and a renovated clubhouse that promotes year-round performance will all be advantageous to players. Even the press and media spaces are being re-engineered to support expanded coverage. All of this is intended to increase Oriole Park's vibrancy, hospitality, and level of competition. What's taking place just outside the stadium is the most grandiose aspect of the whole project. Camden Yards will soon have its entertainment area, a thriving new city centered on community, culture, and action. There will be live music venues, local eateries, boutique stores, and year-round outdoor gathering places in this area. It's not only baseball aficionados it's intended for. Events, festivals, and public meetings will keep the neighborhood lively whether or not there is a game. A concert on Friday, a food market on Saturday, and an Orioles game on Sunday, all within walking distance. Imagine spending a whole weekend here. It's not just for tourists, however. To ensure that this area represents Baltimore and is accessible to everybody every day, the Orioles are collaborating with local businesses and community leaders. To support this further, smart technology and a strong emphasis on sustainability are essential components of any stadium that is prepared for the future. Both are being embraced by Camden Yards. A new stadium app that can handle everything from digital tickets and seat information to food ordering and crowd navigation will provide fans with an improved experience. From the time you arrive until you go, real-time updates will streamline the whole visit. The park is making significant progress in terms of the environment. Rooftop solar panels, energy-efficient LED lighting systems, and innovative water recycling techniques will all help to lower total demand. These adjustments are useful and future-oriented rather than just aesthetic. To expand the project's long-term impact, the Orioles are also collaborating with local transportation agencies to make the park more accessible for non-driving fans. The main purpose of this transformation is to provide a significant and long-lasting contribution to Baltimore's climate goals. Additionally, this concerns Baltimore's future and extends beyond the game. Thousands of jobs will be generated during construction, providing opportunities in project management, logistics, and trades. Hundreds of permanent jobs in hospitality, maintenance, and event operations will be supported by the stadium and entertainment complex once it is finished. To guarantee that the financial gains are shared throughout the community, the Orioles are placing a high priority on collaborations with nearby businesses, particularly those that are minority or women-owned. The new district's enhanced foot traffic and tourists are also anticipated to significantly help nearby local businesses. Additionally, the Orioles are committed to maintaining family-friendly ticket and food rates despite all the improvements, so accessibility is not compromised. While stadium improvements are getting increasingly ambitious around Major League Baseball, the Orioles' strategy is unique. With a price tag of more than $1.1 billion, Globe Life Field in Texas included high-tech elements including a retractable canopy for temperature management. The enhancements made to Chicago's Wrigley Field, which amounted to about $1 billion over a few years, remained true to its historic foundation. In terms of price and mindset, Camden Yards is positioned squarely in the center. The goal of the $800 million proposal is to create whole new ways to enjoy the area, while maintaining the features that fans currently like, including the skyline, brick, and baseball-first architecture. It's a unique equilibrium that keeps things moving ahead without destroying the past. Only a small number of teams have successfully modernized without sacrificing their identity. This is precisely what the Orioles are trying to do. If successful, this might serve as the model for stadium developments in other sports that want to combine innovation with character, not only for future ballparks. Baltimore may be leading the way. Camden Yards' Oriole Park has always been more than just a ballpark. It altered baseball viewing habits, the relationship between towns and clubs, and the way that tradition may influence the future. With this $800 million makeover, it is now prepared to do it once again. The goal of this makeover is to provide Baltimore with a year-round venue that fosters neighborhood connections, promotes local businesses, and provides both new and returning fans a reason to visit. Camden Yards would be more than just a stadium by 2026. The visit is made remarkable by everything around it, even if baseball is the focus of attention. You are familiar with the energy if you have ever attended a game here. Imagine that vitality now encased in fresh encounters, contemporary conveniences, and a closer connection with the city. Here is your planned pitch pun. Kindly leave a comment below, press the like button, and subscribe to the channel. Even if there were no games, would you still go to Camden Yards? Let's talk.